everybody. So this is the final part of this lab and it deals with pasta. So similar procedure, I went ahead and measured out all the different pastas we're going to use for this part of the lab. Over to my right I have elbow macaroni, followed by egg noodles, spaghetti, and then whole wheat pasta. So the measurement on the elbow macaroni is 300 grams. The egg noodles are 200 grams. The spaghetti is 56 grams, and the whole wheat pasta is 227 grams. On my stove for the elbow macaroni, I have 4 quarts of water boiling. And so when that comes up to temp, I'm going to pour that pasta in there, let it cook, and I'll repeat that procedure for the remaining pastas that we have to do today, and I'll be right back with those results. See you soon. Hi everybody, I'm back. So I've prepared our pasta according to package directions. So I'm going to start over to my right, which is the elbow macaroni. If you recall, we started out with 300 grams of pasta, and after I boiled it in 2 quarts of water, which was 1896 milliliters, I ended up with 781.2 grams of pasta, and it absorbed a little bit over half the water, with a remaining of 800 milliliters of water. So we started out with 1896 milliliters of water, which is 2 quarts, and ended up with 800 milliliters. So coming over to our elbow macaroni. Oh, one more thing. On the elbow macaroni, started cooking it at 10:20, and we finished the cooking process at 10:34. So right around 14 minutes to prepare it. All right, let's go to the elbow macaroni. We started off with 200 grams of dried pasta, and after we cooked it in 2 quarts of water, we ended up with 419.7 grams. So 2 quarts of water, again at 1,896 milliliters, it left a remaining of 1,481 milliliters of fluid. Cook time started at 10:44 and ended at 10:52. Alright, so let's go on to our whole wheat pasta. We started out at 227 grams and ended up with 436.7 grams of cooked pasta. Once again, it was boiled in 2 quarts of water. That was 1,896 milliliters. And after we finished the cooking process, we ended up having 1,304 milliliters of water remaining. And finally, our spaghetti, I started out with 2 ounces of pasta. That was 56 grams. And after we cooked it, we ended up with 130.7 grams. It too was cooked in 2 quarts of water. 1896 milliliters is what we started out with, and we ended up with 870 milliliters. So there you have it. Once again, you'll need to plug these numbers into our culinary formula that's found in the lab book. I'm going to sign off for the evening. Thank you for watching. I'm hoping some way this is helping simulate the laboratory experience as much as possible. So I will see you next week, same place, same time. We'll continue with grains, and from me to you, have a good weekend, and I'm going to return to Carb Central. See y'all soon. Bye. It's Dr. Fontenot. I signed off just a little too quick. We forgot to take one last look at our oats soaking in just plain cool water, and it is measuring out to 274.5 grams. And so I'm going to ask my videographer to come in a little bit closer so you can get a good look at the consistency. You can see it's pretty still soupy. but that's because it hasn't had that heat applied to the water. The heat helps disrupt those hydrogen bonds that hold the amylose and the amylopectin together within the granule. And without that heat, the starch granule has not been shaken up, so to speak, and therefore the thickening has not occurred as it would, or as we saw in the other versions of our oats that we cooked earlier tonight. So that is actually the conclusion of this lab experiment for this go round. So I'll see you next week. Once again, have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.